So he came back for a little bit more of that Canine Bitchli. We're right on. We'd been evacuated to Shadron College because of a blizzard shut down our Job Corps. We're up on the 3rd floor trying to figure out how to get to this gas station so we get some liquor for a little evacuation party. And Genghis says, well, you got this idea, let's hear it. I said, well, it's just like any of the old prison movies we used to see. How'd they get out? He said, with a hacksaw? I was like, no, man, we don't need a hacksaw. We need a rope. So we need to tie some sheets together just like they would in the movies, man. Make a rope. He goes, oh, I see where you're going with that. Chief pipes in right about then. He says, well, that'll work till you get to the snow. Then you're going to sink up to your hips. I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. He goes, yeah, I didn't think you would. You need some snowshoes. I said, snowshoes? Now, where the hell am I going to get some snowshoes? He says, you boys do the rope. I'll worry about the snowshoes. I said, okay, that sounds good. So we started going around, getting sheets together, started tying them up. But we had to do it a little secretly. So every now and again, we'd have to take off. Some other guys have to take our places because if staff didn't notice you lingering around, they'd come looking for you and then they'd catch us. And we didn't want that to happen. Well, when it was my turn, I went ahead and made my way all the way down to the 1st floor, you know. I noticed that they was handing out sack lunches. So I grabbed me a sack lunch, and I sat down, ate it, you know, got done with it, threw it in the trash, went back over the stairs, started walking back up to the 3rd floor. As I'm heading that way, Destiny's walking down. She says, hey, Canine, where you going? I said, Nunya. She goes, Nunya? I said, yeah, none of your damn business. She goes, now why are you going to be like that to me? I said, no, Destiny, you've been a bitch to me ever since I got here, and I just tell you how I am. If I can't win the game, I don't play the game. So she goes, well, hang on. I heard that you was making a little run. I said, well, maybe I am. She said, I'll tell you what, you bring back some vodka, and I'll let you in the game. I said, okay, I can do that. I'll bring back some vodka. I like to get in that game. She gave me a little smile, walked on down the stairs, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Right on, right on. So I went ahead and went up the rest of the stairs, made my way to the west side. Guys are in there, and they got this sheet rope. It's got to be 50 feet long. I mean, I'm like, this is way too much, guys. What the hell? Oh, my God. I was like, fine, it'll work. Okay. Well, here comes Chief, and he's got these 2 plastic, 2 foot wide, 2 foot long lids off these trash cans. And I was like, what the hell's that? He goes, those are your snowshoes. I was like, how you figure? He says, well, we're going to poke holes in them, and we're going to run some strings through them, and we're going to tie them to the bottom of your feet so you won't sink in the snow. And I said, who the hell's going to poke the holes in them? He hits click. Edge goes, I'll take care of it. He's got this switchblade. He pokes these holes in them. I'm like, damn, where'd you get that? He goes, you don't worry about where I got it. But why the hell you think they call me Edge? I was like, you got a good point there. I see. So anyway, I go ahead and put my butt in the window, you know, and put the knapsack on, and they tied those lids to the bottom of my shoes, you know, and I put my left leg out and put my right leg out and hang on to this rope and start going down. And that's when I started thinking, oh, wow, I bet each floor has a window. I didn't think about that. I'm hoping there's nobody looking. Then I started thinking, damn, I hope there's nobody looking from the street because they're going to see some skinny white kid coming down a sheet rope with 2 trash can lids on the bottom of his feet. How's that going to look? But I didn't have time to worry about it. Made it all the way down, and those shoes were perfect. As soon as I hit that snow, I barely even sunk at all. But you couldn't just walk. You had to do kind of like this walk shuffle thing. And it took 45 minutes to do that walk shuffle thing to the damn gas station. It was not fun, let me tell you. So I took them off on the outside, went inside, started gathering up these fists, put them up on the cash register, went ahead and grabbed me some Coke, went ahead and grabbed me some Sprite, little mixer, you know. Looked at the gentleman. He rang it up. He goes, that'll be $89.99. Do you have ID? I said, have ID about what? He said, that's $89.99. I gave him a $100 bill, put everything in the sack. He gave me my change. I walked back outside, strapped those stupid little shoes back on, started making my 45-minute trek back across that snow, that damn dorm. So I got about 20 feet away, and they was watching because I saw that window go up, and I saw the rope come down. I was like, sweet. Take the knapsack off. Tied the knapsack onto that rope. They pulled that rope up and shut the window. I was like, oh, they got to be messing with me. I waited about 5 minutes. They never opened up. I said, those son bitches are going to leave me out here. How the hell am I supposed to get back inside? Turn the page.